Envision with another one.
Hi you guys. Welcome to another video. My name is Ariana. If you're new here, well, hold on. Okay. If you're new here, hi, welcome. So happy to have you. I'm Ariana. It's nice to meet you. And if you're not new here, then yo, what's going on? Either way, you should go hit the subscribe button, the like button, and yeah, turn your bell on. But so for today's video, I'm going to try to make it under 20 minutes, okay? But we're gonna do what I wish I knew before I came to college, okay? Well, not before I came to college, but like just basically things I've learned over the past 3 years that I feel like new freshmen, if you're in college right now, that you could, use. Yeah. And so I did this video like a week ago, but I didn't really like it for real, and so I deleted it. Yeah, but I knew I wanted to make it still. So I have a list from the last time I made it, but I think, yeah. Anyways, okay, let's get started. The first thing I wish I would have knew / did my freshman year / all throughout college before a few months ago was give my life to God. Honestly, if you give your life to God at the beginning of your college experience, I can't even hold you like the hardships that I've been through. Well, okay, I'm gonna put it like this, okay? I feel like you have to go through certain things because that's just what's in the book for you, right? But every time you go through something, you make it out on the other end. But with God, you just have so much hope because you know you're gonna make it out on the other end. You know that whatever test and whatever trial you're going through, it produces endurance. Like it produces like greater faith. Like it ain't for no reason. Like the next season you gonna go into, you gonna have to use whatever you just learn how to like increase your prayer life, like all that kind of stuff. Like, so first, that's my first piece of advice: build your relationship with God, because with Him you cannot go wrong. Like you literally can't go wrong. Literally, you cannot go wrong. So yeah, that's my first piece of advice: is please put God first in everything that you do. Period. You should put God first in everything that you do. Period. But when it comes to first going to school / being in school, you're gonna need Him more than ever. We're always gonna need Him more than ever because without Him we're nothing. But I feel like that's like a hard thing. Not even a hard thing, but like it's just not something that you just understand unless you like the scene that you need Him. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my first piece of advice though. Build your relationship with God, because He is the strong foundation. He will get you through literally everything. Next is that everybody's college experience is different. So I'm gonna give you like, I'll probably tell a few stories of my college experience throughout this video, maybe. But just remember, everybody's experience is different. College is really what you make it. Okay, like that's number two. That's really number two. That college is whatever you make it. Like whatever you put in, that's what you can get out of it. So if you stay in your room all day and you don't really, try to go out and make friends or anything like that, then you may not like college as much because you may be in your room a lot. But I think you put into it as much as you get out of it. So join clubs if you want to like have friends and like be involved on campus. I feel like that's like honestly all that really make your college experience. It really do. So yeah, go out, not go out, but like go and like go join clubs, go join different organizations and make friends. Go to like the on campus events, go to off campus events, just go to everything, and you'll make friends, you'll meet people and stuff like that. And like I said, whatever you put in is what you're gonna get out. You want to go, like you want to like make a name for yourself, like you want to actually put like a bunch of stuff on your resume. When you go out, you get involved, you do service, like volunteer work, all that kind of stuff. Then when you get out of it, what you're gonna get out of it, you'll like school a lot more if that's your personality. Like for me, I had to get involved. Like I think I joined like 3 clubs my first semester of school, And I wasn't very active in them, but I still joined. And that next semester, I actually joined clubs for real, and like, was a real student leader, I guess you can say, my freshman year. But I actually got more involved, and that's how I really started meeting people and stuff like that. Being like involved and being in organizations and like going to like different events on campus, because there are always, especially go to a big school, so it really depends on what school you go to too. But we're gonna make it bland so everybody can watch this video. So anybody can watch this video and be like, okay, I can take that from that. But yeah, so one, you put in what you want out. Get involved on campus is really important, especially to build your resume. The job market is not nice. It's not nice to college students. I don't feel like. I just graduated and I can attest to that. So I really feel like you need to build your resume with internships, experience, being in a bunch of different organizations on campus. Like, it just looks good to future employers. Next thing I have on my list is budgeting. You get a lot of freedom in college. It's like a lot of freedom, especially go to a big school like a big state school or like a HBCU, or like even like D2 schools. They be real big like that. But yeah, so budget your money well though, okay? And it's like a bunch of freedom that you get once you get to college. So like, you gotta learn what works for you personally. Like for me, my habits freshman year were not good, but my habits this past year, were the best that they've ever been, because I had more experience and I knew kind of what I was doing. But yeah, so it really takes time and it comes with experience to like just test, really trial and error. You got to see what worked for you and what don't, and then keep doing what worked, stop doing what don't work. Okay, so like if you see, like, really good example, you see that if you go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right, you go out 3 days in a row, and and that you sleep in all Sunday, you don't do no work, and then on Monday you tired still, and you feel like you can't get all your work done throughout the week, like, that's a bad example. Anyway, if you feel like you can go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, get all your work done on Sunday, and then Monday through Thursday you good, then that works for you. But if that don't work for you, but if going out on a Wednesday night and you go back home and you have an assignment due that night at 11:59 and you didn't do it before you left, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's like a lot of freedom. Like you, like, I'm telling you, the first time I skipped class, it was like, I can do this more often. But remember that you are paying for school still, so school is not free whether you're unless you like on a full ride or something. School is not free. Most of us take out loans if you're paying for it out of pocket. Like, either way, school is not free, so don't skip class. At least don't skip class if it's not necessary. Like for me, I had started skipping because it wasn't. I just was like, I'm not going. But don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Go to class. Not playing. But yeah, so it's a lot of freedom, and that's where I'm coming into budgeting. So like, you can spend your money however you want. If it depends on like what you get, and like if you get financial aid and you get like refund checks, then you have to budget a little differently. If you get like a monthly stipend, then you got to budget that a little differently. So it really just depends on how you have to budget, but make sure you are budgeting like your money well, because if you want to make sure that you have money for like unexpected expenses, so like if you ever need to go home, or even if you like have to buy like a textbook or something like that, like that's something that you need to save up for going into school, because textbooks are expensive, they're not cheap. Another piece of advice: don't buy textbooks from the bookstore. I will drop links in the bio to like book sites that I've used to find free books, because I don't be paying for my textbooks. But sometimes if you're like a science major, you need like access codes. Really, not just science majors, almost all majors, but you need access codes, so you have to pay for those. Just stuff like that. You just you just gotta trial and error, dibble and dabble and see. I really recommend getting into like a mentor program, if your school offers that. My school, I go to USC, we have like a freshman, like it's called MAP, mentor assistant peer program, I don't know, something like that. But basically they get paired, like an upperclassman get paired with a freshman, and you get to talk to them and all that kind of stuff. But you don't necessarily need a mentor program. If you go and join clubs that you're like interested in, then you will meet other people, and they're going to be upperclassmen, because you know most of the time the leaders and orgs are upperclassmen. So yeah, you can do everything you want. So just be careful with that. It is a really dangerous type of freedom. But remember, you do pay to go to school. School is not free. So go to class and don't go out so much. I hope you don't go out. Parties get lame real fast. They really do. I have on the list friends slash associates. Know the difference. I feel like in high school these days, a lot of people like can understand the difference. But when you come to college, you really see that everybody is not raised the same. Like, I knew people wasn't raised the same, but like when you come to college, you really like see it, like it's in your face. Like, people really aren't raised like you, and so you can't always expect you out of other people. Actually, you can't expect you out of other people because they're not you. And yeah, just again, trial and error. Like, I say, treat everybody like I treat everybody nicely. You know, don't be mean to people. Don't be mean to people. That's not nice. Don't be mean to people. But I'm saying, like, just talk to people, see if y'all vibe or not. Just be real. Like, just be yourself. Just be yourself. Like, don't be out there trying to be somebody you're not. But that's the good thing about college, though, is that like you really do get to like build up yourself how you want to be seen, which is a good thing, but it also can be a bad thing. So don't make yourself out to be someone that you're not, because it will come to the light, and you don't want to be one of those people that's seen like that. There's no popularity in college. I feel like you just know people. Like me, I just know people. I wouldn't consider nobody on campus popular, because there's nobody on campus knows everybody. It's just not a thing, unless you're like student body president or something. And I still feel like everybody don't know them, because I don't know, at my school, anyways. But yeah, so remember, popularity is not a real thing here. You be friends with who you want to be friends with. You don't have to treat the person who got on Walmart shoes weirdly, because Walmart shoes are cute when you're in college. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I thought Walmart shoes were like ugly when I was in high school. When I got to college, I definitely got my sandals from Walmart. Sorry, I got thirsty. I'm talking fast because I don't want this video to be long. But yeah, so just pick your friends wisely, though, you know, and hopefully, you know, just be aware. Also be aware of your surroundings. If you do go out and stuff like that, I pray that y'all don't be going out, though. I really do. I pray y'all don't go out. But I know that it's like that it's kind of a part of like the college experience, though. But if you don't go out, that's a good thing. If you do go out, be really, really safe. People are crazy no matter where you're at, small town, big town, little town. People are still crazy, so be careful, be safe. Always like share your location with somebody. I hope your parents have it, but if not, please share with like a friend or someone like that, somebody that's not going out. Make sure that they have it. Either way, just make sure you have someone like that you can call on, you know, if you ever need them. Like, having an emergency contact is really important, especially like for me, I went to school out of state, and so my mom is like 2.5 hours from here, right? So if she needs to come up here, she can get here like in a reasonable amount of time. But if it was something like urgent, or like I just needed like a home cooked meal or something, one of my aunts, she just moved from here, but she stayed here for a while, my first year and like a half year. So yeah, so just make sure you know someone that you can call, and like that can be there for you in the city that you go to school at. If you don't have someone, like I said, I would just hope that you could just, you know, make some friends. They also like my school, we have like the moms. And there's also like when you go to school, you have like a RM and a RA, and like you'll meet like a bunch of like the upper people if you stay in the dorms, and you'll meet like a bunch of upper people that are supposed to be there for you if you need anything. And hopefully they are. I just know sometimes that they don't be doing their job, but sometimes they will. Hopefully, like 9 times out of 10 they will. Maybe it's 1 out of 10 that don't be doing their jobs, but 9 times out of 10 they will. So yeah, what was I talking about? Being safe. Yeah, so be safe. Share locations. make sure you and all your friends have each other's locations, because that's just really important to me. I just feel like, safety is a big thing. Is people get kidnapped, people get killed. Like, this world is nothing to play with, for real. People are crazy. And so yeah, be careful, please. Next, what else about safety though? If you're staying in the dorms, they should be relatively safe. If y'all I don't think you need like a camera or anything, but you can always get those little things for your door if you wanted to make sure your door is locked. If you have roommates, hopefully it go well. That's my advice. Hopefully it go well. Just get to know them, and usually y'all don't want it. I don't know, if y'all like know each other from like before college, then hopefully it goes well. It should go well. I cannot promise that it's gonna go well, but I know for me personally, I got a random roommate, and I like text her on Instagram when I saw her name, because I saw that she was a black girl, and I was like, oh, I need to room with her. And so anyways, me and my freshman roommate, me and her best friends now. That is indeed Malia. We weren't very close our freshman year because we were complete opposites. I was the person always going out. Malia was always in the house, and we just had very different personalities. And so our freshman year, we did not get along very well, and we slept about this far away from each other. So that was a experience. But maybe y'all get Malia to come on one day and talk to y'all, and we'll talk to y'all about us being roommates our freshman year. But yeah, so just be aware that if you don't click, it's okay. You can get a roommate change if it's really that deep. But I feel like you can coexist with somebody without liking them, for real. So yeah, but hopefully you and your roommate are best friends, and y'all are friends for the rest of your college years. Yeah, just be clean too. Like, clean up your mess. Like, don't be the person that the roommate takes in because the room is dirty. Clean up your mess, okay? Don't do that. Make sure you clean up behind yourself, because that's one thing that people really don't like. Well, it makes sense. Nobody like dirty, and so make sure you clean up after yourself. I already kind of talked on this, but school first. Make sure you put school first over going out, over your clubs, over all that stuff. Like, once you get involved, because I feel like once you get involved on campus and you're really involved on campus, it can be really hard to juggle it at first. So just spare yourself, especially your first semester of school. If you're a freshman and you're about to be a college freshman and you're watching this, spare yourself time, okay? Don't join 10 clubs your first semester. I would recommend find a good 5 that you like. Go to the interest meetings, figure out which 3 you want to be a part of, and stick to those 3. So as time go on, you can build up your leadership experience, and then you can be on your exec teams, and that can build up a lot of your leadership experience, your skills, and that'll look really nice on your resume. And yeah, and so I had also asked my Instagram what things should I talk about on this video. And so two of the things that I had noticed was post-grad stuff, and how professors really don't be playing. Yeah, professors really don't be playing. I don't know why you would think they would play. So high school and college is very different. In high school, your teacher's on to you. They will go over the material for 3 days in a row. In college, you learn a chapter that day. The next day, you learn another chapter. The next day, you learn another chapter. It's not review. Okay, they may do a 5-minute review at the beginning of class if you're in a freshman class, but as you get up in your upper level classes, they don't review at all. You just need to go home and study. So building good study habits your freshman year is really good. Remember that every class you won't be able to study the same, especially for science majors. I'm a public health major, but I took a lot of science classes. And for my anatomy class, I didn't indeed fail that. So maybe my thing won't be good enough. But I didn't fail the first one. I only failed the second one. But anyway, sorry. So I failed the first one. I failed the second one, but I did good in the first one. So I'll testify on that one. So on the second one, oh my goodness, I can't talk. On the first one, I did pretty good. And I couldn't study for that the same way I studied for my bio class. And every professor is not the same. They don't teach the same. Use Rate My Professor to pick your class, to pick your professors. If you I think all schools have Rate My Professor, I would assume. So go on ratemyprofessor.com, look up your professors before you register for classes, like, because you don't want to be stuck with a booty professor. You really don't. That really can make your semester like HE double hockey sticks for real. So yeah, look up them on Rate My Professor before you register with them. And then the other thing of post grad. So if you're in college right now and you're watching this video, my biggest advice is to do internships. Start early, especially if you're one of my people graduating in 3 years. I just graduated in 3 years and I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. Okay, so if you are graduating in 3 years, please take into consideration that you have one less year to do all the things that everybody else can do. Okay, so you can stay another year if you would like. Like honestly, like it's like I feel like it's like a big thing when people graduate and enlist in 4 years right now. But be careful with that. Like I said, not be careful with that, because that's an amazing thing and that's a really big accomplishment, to graduate in 3 years or 2 or however many you graduated, or either 3.5. Like either way, less than 4 is an accomplishment. Graduating in 4 years is also an accomplishment. I don't want to feel like I'm downplaying like graduating at all, but yeah, but if you are graduating in 3 years, just be like conscious that you need to join those organizations like your freshman year. You need to go ahead and start getting involved. You want to, if you like, in order to make your college experience what you want to be, you need to go ahead and start like getting into those things at the latest, like, well, not at the latest, but like at least your second semester freshman year, because I feel like your sophomore year for as someone who just graduated in 3 years, your sophomore year is like the toughest year. For me, it was my toughest year. Like this year has been a breeze. My freshman year was straight, like, but my second year, it was rough. It was real rough. It was real rough. So like also prepare yourself for that. But you may not have to have like super rough classes. I just had a really bad schedule that one semester and that took me out. But it don't always have to be like that. You can rearrange your schedule however you want it to be. But yeah, so what was I talking about? Anyway, graduating in 3 years, having all your stuff together then, so you can go into the workforce. Whether if you're going to like pre-med, you're going to medical school, law school, make sure you go ahead and get your tests and stuff started. Like by your second year, you want to like already have like a plan, you know what I mean, like in the back of your head of what you want to do, how you want to do it. Keep God first, because plans can change. I was initially pre-med, which is why I took all these bio classes, and I'm no longer pre-med. I don't want to be a doctor anymore. But I didn't know that until last summer, because I had an internship doing research, and I love research way more than I ever could have imagined. And so yeah, so just be mindful of that. Like, plans can change, okay? So be flexible, be adaptable, be open to change, be really open-minded when you come to college too, because you're going to meet a bunch of different people from a bunch of different backgrounds, and everybody's not going to think like you. They're not. And it's a good thing to like to have conversations with different people. Like, y'all, I want to say I don't know what I identify as. I'm pretty sure my mom would tell me to be a Democrat, but I really, like, I don't know. But yeah, I had a conversation with a Republican one time, and it was just such an interesting conversation, and it was very respectful. So I'm telling that story because go and talk to different people. Like, you don't have to hang around the same year one friend group. Like, go make friends, go meet people. That's how you make connections. Like, yeah, I was making connections at graduation. Like, the girl who sat beside me, if she watching this video, hey girl, but she's literally going to law school, and she did public health too. So I thought it was just so interesting, and I connected with her on LinkedIn. Make your LinkedIn account. LinkedIn, if you want to do research stuff, ResearchGate. What else? No, so I can think. I think LinkedIn is like the most important one though. Yeah. I just said a lot in 24 minutes. But anyways, I feel like I touched on a good bit of stuff, but I know there's a bunch of stuff I missed. So if you want to see a part 2 of this video, let me know in the comments. Yeah, I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video. Oh wait, I love you, but God loves you more. Bye.